Hey everybody, and we are up to Charmeleon. So what if Charmeleon had a different secondary type, or a secondary type at all, I suppose. So the sketch here does look a little bit wonky, but trust me, I do fix it later. I did struggle with the head shape a little bit. I don't know what it was, but I just couldn't get that head shape looking right for quite a long time, or right to my eye at least. But yeah, we'll go on and explore what we are going to do with the next ones. So as usual, we're starting off with the normal typing. So Fire Normal Charmeleon. The Fire Normal Charmander for some reason looked like a squirrel, and the Fire Normal Charmeleon kind of looks like a kangaroo. I'm okay with this. What do you guys think? So, firefighting Charmeleon seems to have evolved from a Street Fighter look to a fully fledged boxer with the professional boxing gloves. Again, looking a little bit like kangaroo, but still looking enough like a Charmeleon. So, I quite like this one. What do you guys think? So this one I'm not entirely in love with, the fire flying. Obviously Charizard is fire flying, and this is a good example as of why Charmeleon is not fire flying, I think. I don't know, maybe a professional Pokemon maker would have done a better job than me, but yeah, I've got his wings wrapped around because I didn't really know what else to do with them. Looks okay, just not really one of my favorites. So for fire poison type, Charmeleon, the Charmander didn't have many poison features really, just really the scales along the back, which aren't really a traditional poison feature, and the colour change of the belly. So I've kind of doubled down on the making him look just a little bit more gross, scrunching his nose up, making him not look very nice. I still quite like the way it turned out, so yeah, let me know what you think I could have done with this one. But for now, this is the Fire Poison Charmeleon. And then moving on to Fire Ground. Now, the Fire Ground Charmander didn't have a lot of features different. So I wanted to really, again, double down on the groundish kind of features. Gave it a bit of a colour change, and yeah, just making him look a lot more different. So I've changed the teeth there, and to be more round, more for, I don't know, eating groundy kind of things, and giving him a lot more of those ground spots. Onto one of my favourites again is the Fire Rock type. Just again, sort of covering his body with rocks. And then, yeah, I mean, what else could I do with this? I think it looks great. What do you guys think? Bloody hell, get this thing away from me. It is hideous. I kind of forgot I even drew it because I tried to block it from my memory. I didn't like the Firebug Charmander, and I like the Firebug Charmeleon even less. it is horrendous. At least it looks a little bit more like a bug. I don't know which one, but it's I don't like it. I'm surprised if anyone else does like it. Let me know if you do. So for fire ghost type, I wanted to change things up a little bit, because if I just went on from the Charmander that I did and keeping the body with the flame on the tail, detached hands, it would have just looked fairly similar. So I've gone with the flame as the whole body, and his body actually just sort of, or his forearms and his head just peeking up out of the top. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what I could have done better. Any idea is great for future videos. But yes, moving on to the fire water type. Didn't really know what to do with his hands on this one, so I'm just giving him sort of softer hands, less clawy, and the webbed feet. Not really much to this one, but yes, this is fire water. Fire grass type, I quite like the way this one turned out. A little bit less playful than the other one, but it's just covered his whole belly with leaves. Yeah, I figured if I went just the neckline with leaves, it just wasn't working, so covering the body with leaves was a good step forward, I think. This is the fire electric Charmeleon. For some reason, it reminds me of one of those mums that you see on the 90s TV shows with the really exaggerated hair. Actually, you know what? What I'm thinking of is the show The Nanny. This reminds me of Fran from The Nanny. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, the hair's not quite as over the top as that, but it's very reminiscent to me. So for fire psychic type, I did struggle for ideas a little bit, but I ended up making his nose much shorter, giving his fingers and toes more of a Mewtwo look. Yeah, I don't love the way his face looks, but overall I kind of like it. Yeah, this is fire psychic. So fire ice type, I think this is what everyone expected from this evolution, just a bigger body with more ice. Not much to say here. Yeah, what else could have I done? Let me know in the comments. Fire dragon type, Charmeleon already looks like he could be a dragon type anyway, but with the Charmander, I really doubled down on the dragon features, so I've done the same here with the Charmeleon, giving him the shoulder pads, the spikes on the back, and the 2 horns rather than the 1. I probably could have done a little bit more with it, but like I said, Charmeleon already looks kind of dragony in the face anyway. Always a favourite of mine is the dark typings. I had a lot of fun with this one. This is Fire Dark Charmeleon. It was a quick one because there was a pretty clear line of what to do with this one, but it was fun nonetheless, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one as much as I did. Alright, so last but not least is Fire Fairy type. So this one looks a little bit less creepy than the Charmander that I did, making his eyes not quite so round, still very soft edges, as I think that's very reminiscent of a Fairy type. Let me know what you guys think next. Let me know what you guys think of what the Charizards are going to look like, because that's something that is going to interest me. Some of these look really cool, and Charizard is a pretty big change from Charmeleon in my opinion. What I think is going to be most stark about it is we're changing his flying type next time, so most of them are not going to have wings, so that's going to be really strange to see. But yeah, if you haven't checked out some of my other videos, I've got a whole range of these. I've got what if Bulbasaur, what if Charmander, what if Squirtle, and now I'm working on the next evolutions, so go check those out. Definitely check out the what if Charmander if you haven't already. Obviously you've seen them all in the corner of these because I was using them as reference, but still go check it out, it's worth a watch. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.